Jeffrey Manchester, a prison escapee, thought he had the perfect hiding place, a small hidden space in a Charlotte Toys R Us. Well, after months of living in the shadows, he emerged, boldly living a double life. That boldness, though, is what eventually got him caught again. Tonight, my conversation with Manchester in a WBTV True Crime Carolinas exclusive.
Call 3.
I had it in my mind that I was so smart that I can't possibly get caught.
Speaking to me by phone from his cell at Central Prison in Raleigh,
I had everything planned out.
Jeffrey Manchester reflected on a time when he thought he was invincible.
Emotionally hurt people. I scared them. I needed to be punished for that. If I had not gone to prison, I probably would have committed more crimes.
June 15, 2004, Manchester escaped Brown Creek Correctional Center in Anson County by hiding under a delivery truck. Now he needed a place to hide from police. He found it in the Toys R Us store on Independence Boulevard in Charlotte.
It just seemed like the perfect place to go, and nobody would ever look for me there.
Manchester built a small living space and filled it with posters, toys, a baby mattress, and an inflatable chair, and lived on baby food and candy he grabbed off store shelves. He stayed inside for weeks, venturing outside only on the store's roof.
Going on the roof, you could see downtown Charlotte. It was my own private play yard. Nobody could touch me up there. I mean, I'm 2.5 stories above the ground, and I would work out. I'd get my little Sony Discman and listen to music. I'd contemplate the things I need for the following day, or I'd just sit there and just watch the skyline.
When he finally decided to leave the Toys R Us, it was to a nearby grocery store.
I went in there, grabbed a newspaper, and on my way out, an older gentleman coming in the store as I was going out said, "Do I know you?" And it's like, I asked him, "Well, I don't think so. Were you in the military?" He said, "No." And then he went his way and I went mine. And at that point, I skedaddled.
The longer he evaded capture, the bolder Manchester became. He started to venture out more and even went to church.
I really liked to be surrounded by all those people. But at the same time, you could be anonymous.
He didn't remain anonymous. He began going to the church regularly, using the alias John Zorn.
I lied. In fact, I lied to every single person I came across.
Manchester was friendly with the members, but developed a very close relationship with a woman at the church, Lee Wainscott.
It was romantic, and I did love her.
Just to look at what he's done, it appears he's very intelligent. It's just that he also likes to commit crime.
Police finally found Manchester's hiding spot in the Toys R Us, connected it to him, and finally the church in Wainscott, who was in total disbelief when they questioned her.
"Do you know who Jeff Manchester is?" She's at her desk in her office, and she says, "No, I don't. Who's Jeff Manchester?" Well, they had her go on the internet and Google my name. She said, "That's not Jeff Manchester, that's John Zorn," which was my alias at the time. And they said, no, that's Jeff Manchester.
Wainscott helped lead police to Manchester. Timing was everything. Manchester was planning on leaving the country. That might have worked, except for one thing.
She meant so much to me, and there was no way I was going to leave without seeing her one last time. I couldn't do it.
That one last time was January 5th, 2005, Wainscott's birthday. It turned into anything but a celebration when he knocked on her apartment door.
And then I heard screeching of brakes behind me, and I turned around and I saw a blacked out Suburban with side rails, with about 6 SWAT guys hanging off the side of the thing with little MP5s running down the steps towards me. And at that point, I knew the chick was up. They got me.
Police captured him leaving the apartment of Leigh Wainscott, the new girlfriend he met at a church singles event.
After Manchester was sent back to prison, he tried to escape again, and because of that, he spent 9 years in solitary confinement.
But I want to make something very clear. I'm retired. I no longer think that way. At this point, I'm getting so short with the amount of time I have left. I'd be a fool to do anything.
Oh, and there's the movie chronicling Manchester's escapades. It's called Roofman, in reference to Manchester going in through the roofs of the businesses he robbed.
Why is it you don't want to be called Roofman?
I just don't want to be known for the bad things that I've done. I'm ashamed.
Manchester is scheduled to be released in December of 2036 when he'll be 64 years old. Now, he initially agreed to do a sit-down on-camera interview with me at Central Prison. However, officials at the prison denied our request to do so, saying, quote, aiding in the promotion of a movie that depicts a prison escape is not consistent with our mission. Well, although our story is not intended to promote the movie, we understand. There is so much more to this story, so we are putting together a special program that delves much deeper. I'll keep you posted when you'll be able to see that. It'll be coming up.